Let's see if this one works. Come on. There we go. Wonderful. Hello. Good evening. Welcome to VTO... Let's try that again. Welcome to VTober, Day 8. This is going to be a bit of a miniature stealth stream. I got my COVID shot today. My arm hurts and my legs hurt. I did a lot of walking. I'm just kind of sore. I don't feel like doing a whole lot tonight, so... We're going to put the regular games on hold. We're going to do a single run of Holocure, because I like Holocure. I like Hololive. I like Vampire Survivors. I like video games. I like Lamp. Yeah, that's probably enough. I think I have all the characters unlocked, unless there's some secret characters that I don't know about, and I know there's multiple, like, whole systems I haven't even gotten to in this game, so... Let's just start going through. Really like English. I think I haven't gotten a win with everyone in English yet. So... Crony... I had one in Crony, but I lost that save. Well, I guess Crony's the only one left. Yeah, Crony it is. Do an outfit, why not? There we go. And we'll do stage mode. And we'll just start with the Grassy Plains, I think. So yeah, this might be the first game I played on stream with MKB as well. I don't think aiming with Crony matters that much right now. Yeah, they have their complete wins on, so... Maybe one of them is aimed. Other one, it seemed random, but maybe it's just a weird spot. Okay, upgrades. What do we want? I feel like upgrading your basic weapon as quick as possible is a really good strategy. It just seems really good most of the time, so we'll just go with that. Like I said, I think... So I played this quite a bit on my my Steam Deck. Perfection, are we good enough for perfection? Let's go Chronicopter. I think there was a basic I should have taken, oh well. I played this quite a bit on my Steam Deck, I should probably get back to that. Just, you know, at night when I got a few minutes or an hour to kill, and I didn't feel like playing Magic anymore. But I played quite a bit of Holocure. Like you saw, I've unlocked all the characters, I think. I've completed at least one run with, hopefully this will be the last English, and some of the others. I did Corone once, but I think that was part of the save that I lost, which was a little disappointing, but I guess I get to play Corone again. I love me some Corone. Ooh, idol costume. Cronies is pretty good. Maybe we'll go with idol costume. Yeah, I guess this will be the closest thing I'll get to a Zatsu for a while, so... Yeah. How's everybody doing tonight? I had a pretty good day. Like I said earlier, I was scheduled for my COVID vaccine. Still no to say COVID. I guess we'll find out soon enough. I'm saying it enough. What's the clock is? So scheduled to get my vaccine update, you know, DLC 3.0, whatever you want to call it, at like 3 o'clock. And my wife's was at noon, so I was like, alright, well, let's go over there and I'll see if I can get it early. And there was nobody at the clinic, so they were like, yeah, sure, you can get yours early, what do we care? So that was nice, and then just spent pretty much the rest of the day going around town with the wife. We checked out a little store that she found on Instagram, bought some nice cat stuff, right-click is special. Yeah, found a cool little shop that I'd never been to before. Bought some kitty cat stuff, went to the mall. My father locked himself out of his car when he was going to get his car washed, so I had to go and get the spare keys for him. You know, I'm happy to do things like that for my dad. Ooh, my 11 o'clock hands. And he wasn't really interrupting anything, so yeah, we did that. We just a lot of shopping, a lot of being out today. I haven't been like out of the house for that many consecutive hours in quite a while. It's probably very good for me. But yeah, it was a pretty chill day otherwise. Went out to some Italian food for dinner. Okay, great. How do I feel in another 30 minutes? Yeah, that was pretty much it. Went to actually a couple of like dollar stores. It's kind of funny how the dollar store is basically extinct, especially where I live, where the cost of living is so frickin' expensive. I know a lot of those dollar store type places have changed to like, yeah, we're not a dollar store, we're like a $5 store, under $20 store. I think in some parts of the country there are ones that are still like actual dollar stores and hold to that, but oh man, inflation, corporate greed, whatever you want to call it, the dollar stores dead. So yeah, there was quite a few things that were heck above $5, including the what was it? There were so many like LED light, like RGB lighting things, and one of them was like a light that they intended you to put. Let's get water. That you intended to put in your toilet, so that it could light up the toilet and get RGB toilet going on. I'm very curious how many children or parents, by poor I mean were duped into getting it by their kids, have that in their toilet right at this moment. There's a little rave going on in the bowl. Kind of surprising how many like tech things there were there. I was let's just go for regular upgrades. They had a massive selection of like under $10 earbuds, and I was thinking to myself the whole time, like, these can't be any good. Like, they're wireless, they probably function, but that's about the best you can hope for. Like, I just imagine the sound quality is god-awful. Like, I'm not an audiophile, but I feel like even I would do this. How did that little KFP avoided my time stop? Let's do more Crony's ult is really good. I'm glad I got the idle outfit for this one. Let's do wavy water. I'm sure I have some collabs that I'm missing, so... Ooh, time bubble, there we go. Yeah, Crony's got some super good, like, self-upgrades, like, things that are unique to her. Yeah, I feel like if I'm missing any collabs, it's gonna be with wavy water. So, just grab a bunch of stuff and see what collabs, because I haven't looked up anything as far as, like, what you need for the different collabs, or even what you need for unlocks. I bet I'm missing a whole bunch of items. Because, you know, I don't need to progress in Holocure. Just having a good time playing this super amazing free game. Hey, if you haven't played Holocure, go check it out. It's free. Even Vampire Survivors can't say that. Vampire Survivors is fantastic. You know, no reason not to check it out if you think you would enjoy this type of game. Yeah, a lot of dollar store shopping today. I'm playing quite a few different video games this past week. So I have one of the higher tiers of PlayStation Plus, where you get a bunch of free games, not just the monthly ones. That doesn't matter, because one of the monthly free games this month is Callisto Protocol, which some of you may remember from, like, March? I remember that releasing really early in the year, but I forget when. Anyway, it's like Dead Space from the makers of Dead Space. And Dead Space is a game series that some of you may know of as one of the many things that EA just annihilated. Just visceral. I'm pretty sure it was visceral. Made a pretty cool game, and they got bought by EA, and EA just said, hey, do it again but worse. And then they said, do it again but worse. And you might have heard some of this if you've been watching me play Dead Space 2. So yeah, I was playing Dead Space 2, and I saw Callisto Protocol was free. And I was like, hey, let's make poor decisions. Let's play Callisto Protocol. So I popped that in the other day for like an hour, and I'm very curious how many people are actually from that original Dead Space team, because man, did I not have a good time with that. The game looks great, which, you know, you expect from a game that came out in the year of our Lord 2023. It's got an offset camera, which I'm curious if actual Dead Space would have benefited from that. It's not directly behind the main character. It's like your character's off on like the left third of the screen, or right third of the screen, depending on where you are. But it's still third person behind the back. But the thing that bugged me the most, and I have a feeling this bugged a lot of people because I remember some people talking about it, the game is way more melee focused than Dead Space is. Dead Space 2, like, melee kind of existed as your finishing move, and that was it. Callisto Protocol, melee is your main form of combat. Like, the first thing you get is, like, a pipe. And then soon after that, you get, like, a stun baton. And that is your main weapon. And you do get a gun, but it's, like, hey, this is basically just a combo extender. This isn't, like, you're not going to be using this frequently. Which, you know, people are allowed to make the game that they want. If they want a melee-focused Dead Space, I suppose they can make it. It's just, it's not what I was looking for, and quite frankly, I didn't like the feel of it. So, that kind of put me off, and then I wasn't paying a lot of attention to this story. Have I ever got the devil hat? I don't even... that's for shooting characters. I don't think we want that. So yeah, you know, you can make a melee-focused Dead Space if you want, but I did not like it. I admit I was not paying too much attention to the story. You may have noticed watching one of my streams that it is not always my priority. Sometimes it is. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I hate story in video games, but I tend to make decisions early on when I'm playing games whether or not I am going to care about the story. Enchant? That's new. I've never seen that before. I can't enchant my base weapon, damn. So yeah, I tend to decide pretty early on whether or not I'm going to care about a, maybe I shouldn't have got that. Screw it. If I'm going to care about a game's story, and Callisto Protocol is one that I kind of didn't think I was going to, and the more I played it, the more I felt I was correct in that decision. Yeah, it didn't really grab me in that first hour. The enemy designs did not seem particularly interesting either. And I didn't like the combat, and like absolutely nothing about the game was interesting or exciting me. So, like I said, I think I got like an hour in. I turned that game off and deleted it almost immediately. I'm not playing any more of the Callisto Protocol, even for the low price of free. You know, if they get another shot at it, and they just want to make Dead Space 2 again, maybe I'd give it a shot. But yeah, it seems like a lot of people were expecting something other than what they wanted to give. And it's a shame, because, like I said, EA screwed that company and that game series pretty hard. And then to see this spiritual successor not really hit the mark, and then like in a double whammy almost that same month, they put out the remake of Dead Space 1, which is apparently very good, and I would like to play that at some point. Yeah, people question, why not? But yeah, like, to have EA, have another company put out the remake of Dead Space 1, which is apparently really good. And just sort of be like, hey, yeah, no, we took your thing and we did it, but correctly. Like, that sucks. I wish things didn't shake out the way they did. But it is what it is, you know? Sometimes people want to do something different, and that's not what people that are playing it want. Like, Yooka-Laylee is definitely my biggest example of that. I was incredibly on board for Yooka-Laylee. I kickstarted it. I think I still have the demo downloaded somewhere. I love me some Banjo-Kazooie. I'm one of the rare Banjo-Tooie lovers. I don't want to use the phrase apologist, because I'm not going to apologize for Banjo-Tooie, even if Rare has. Yeah, I love Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie, so I saw Yooka-Laylee, and I'm like, yeah, this is a no-brainer. These people make great games. I love them. I'll kickstart this. And then the game came out, and I played it, and I just couldn't believe how many, like... I don't know if it's fair to call it a poor or a wrong decision. I certainly didn't like it. It's poor and wrong in that respect. I'm not saying I'm the end-all be-all of, you know, games, you know, opinions, but so many choices that I did not like in that game. And I finished it. I very begrudgingly finished it. I did the bare minimum. I like got one pagey from that last world, that space world, and I never, ever went back after that. And I beat that final boss pre-nerf. I beat him pre-nerf. That guy was not an easy boss fight. And yeah, I put that game down and I never looked back, not once. Ooh, we got a collab. Flaming Water and Glow Stick? I don't think I've had. New, heck yeah. Ooh, Snowflower Sake. Ooh, okay, this seems fantastic. Let's get rid of these wings, because that was a bad idea. Yeah, sure, why not? Where was I? Sort of trail off. Yeah, Yooka-Laylee. I don't like it. I don't like how Yooka-Laylee ended up. That said, the sequel to Yooka-Laylee, The Impossible Lair, is a better game. I would not say that it is one of my favorites, either. I would... Again, Papa has bad opinions on video games. I like Donkey Kong Country 3. I think it is a good game, and I think all of you crying about the fact that you can't play as Donkey Kong or Diddy Kong need to shut up, because it's still a good game. It's not the best in the series, of course not. It's not Donkey Kong Country 2. But I really like it, and I would take literally any and every Donkey Kong Country game over Yooka-Laylee and The Impossible Lair, but it was a good game. I never finished The Impossible Lair. I'll admit that. I did not actually finish The Impossible Lair. It is quite difficult, and I did not feel like... I got pretty far. I forget how far I got. I got quite a few of those bees. But apparently it wasn't enough, and I didn't feel like grinding that out. But I enjoyed my time with it. I feel unlike Yooka-Laylee that my time was not wasted. Which again is a super mean thing to say, but every time I look at Yooka-Laylee, the only thing I can think of is, man, I would rather have nothing. I would rather there be absolutely nothing in the space that Yooka-Laylee currently occupies in my brain. That's just the way it is, kids. Sometimes they're kids. Sometimes nostalgia is a weapon. Don't pre-order games. I think that's the moral of the story. Don't kickstart. Saying don't kickstart is kind of shitty, because there are some really good games that have come from Kickstarter, and Some stuff needs it and deserves it. Some stuff doesn't, you know. Shenmue. You know, don't pre-order games. I think that's fair. I think we can all get behind that. Yeah, why not? Let's get the BL. So yeah, there's a bunch of topics. What other terrible opinions and hot takes do I have? Are these shrimps wearing raincoats, overcoats? I'm not entirely sure what they're wearing. These rounds are 20 minutes, aren't they? Yeah. Speaking of 20 minutes, I should try 20 Minutes Till Dawn again. That was a game I didn't enjoy at first because I really liked Vampire Survivors, and 20 Minutes Till Dawn was like, hey, it's like Vampire Survivors, but you have to aim. And I was like, no, sir. No. That's one of the reasons I love Vampire Survivors, that I don't have to aim. That it's so mindless. And I think I've come around on it a little bit. I tried it a few months ago and had a better time with it when I was in the headspace to be aiming. So I want to give that game another shot. Maybe we'll, if I ever need another short stream, maybe we'll do some 20 minutes till midnight and see what happens. 20 minutes till dawn. But yeah, when I first saw Holocure, I was like, oh man, aiming? I don't know, man. I don't think I like that. And it has grown on me. It is, you know, maybe I would like it more if I didn't have to aim. But I think the aiming is perfectly fine. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it hurts the game in any way. There are times where I might even say I enjoy the aiming in Holocure. So, you know, it's okay to do new, technically old things. Like Nation Red, or one of those old games. You want to see where things like Vampire Survivors and Hololive kind of originated from. And yeah, you could say like shmups and things like that, you know, Bullet Hell. I don't like Bullet Heaven as a genre name. You know, I get where they're coming from, I just don't. It doesn't feel right. But, I guess keeping in the theme of terrible opinions, I also don't like the term... which one of these are we gonna drop? And we'll drop Slice. I don't like the term Metroidvania. I am much more of a Metroid fan than a Castlevania fan. I absolutely love Metroidvania. I don't like Symphony of the Night very much. And I know saying that in the wrong context will get me crucified. Which is why I have it here recorded for posterity, one of those words. But yeah, I feel like, look, Symphony of the Night is a good game. It is a good classic video game that does a lot of cool, good things. As far as adding to the genre, and using big old air quotes there, of Metroidvania, it didn't really do much. Like, you know, Metroid had a map. Metroid had things that you needed to get in order to progress farther. It didn't have straight up RPG elements in terms of like equipable armor and weapons and stats, but like your attacks did have stats that you couldn't see. There were technically 3 suits of armor. There are technically multiple weapons that you can swap around. I really don't think Symphony of the Night added too much to that genre. I think they should just be called Metroid-likes, if I'm being completely honest. Again, terrible ideas, terrible takes that get me crucified. Be damned. But yeah, I think Metroidvania should just be Metroid-like. Actually, HP? No, I want to keep that. While we're on the subject, I don't really like the term Soulsborne. I think they should just be Souls-like. I think that some individuals that started playing Bloodborne decided that they needed to have the game that they liked and started with in the genre name. And it doesn't need to be. Yeah, it's not a Dark Souls game, but it's from the same people. It shares a lot of elements. Basically a Dark Souls game. I think those should just be called Souls-like. And I think Soulsborne is falling out of fashion. I think Souls-like is just overtaken, and more people are using that. But every once in a while I hear Soulsborne, and I'm like, one of those people. Yeah, I was trying to think, like, we could call them Dark-likes, but, like, Demon Souls was really first. And they're all just like Demon Souls, but better in some way. Yeah, when I was a young lad, when I was in high school, Demon Souls came out, and I heard about it from a friend of mine. And he was like, oh man, you should check out this new game for PS3 called Demon Souls. And, you know, like many PS3 owners, I was like, oh cool, because there are like no games for PS3, I'll check it out. And I was like, yeah, you know, tell me about the game. He's like, yeah, it's super hard. Okay, what else? Well, when you die, you lose half of your max health. Anything else? Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. So, like, for quite a while, the entirety of my knowledge of Demon Souls was it's really hard, and you lose your max health when you die. And that sounded terrible to me, so I never touched it. And then years and years go by, and a good friend of mine gets me Dark Souls on PC. He's like, hey man, playing this game called Dark Souls, it's super cool, I think you'll like it. So he got me a copy for like my birthday or something. And I was like, oh, is this from that Demon Souls people? Yeah, I heard that was kind of hard. And I played Dark Souls on PC and absolutely fell in love with it. It's definitely one of my favorite video games now. Definitely my favorite Souls-like, I'll tell you that much. And yeah, me and him had a lot of fun playing multiplayer and just going through the game over and over and over and over again. I think it's like one of my top 10 most played games on Steam. Absolutely love Dark Souls, and I really wonder how things would have changed for me if I had played Demon Souls earlier in life. I did eventually play it much later, including the remake, and I really do like the remake, but yeah, I never touched Demon Souls before Dark Souls. I just wonder how things would have been different. But we managed to clear, you know, level 1 easy stage. Got our crony win. Let's go look at it. Yep. Yes, that's at least one win with every English. Miss you, Sana. Yes, yep. So now I guess we just gotta work our way through all the various JPs. I could've sworn I had a crony win too. Man, I lost a lot of wins. Did a bad save transfer and lost a bunch of stuff. Sag. Well, let's do some gacha. We got 23 grand. I mean, I should probably buy some of these other upgrades, like the growth. Oh, that was expensive. But let's do a bit of gacha. What's a gacha game without some gacha, right? Let's see. Who do I want? I guess we could just go for... Yeah, you know what? Let's go for EN costumes, because I don't think I have... I'd love a Callie costume. Can we do more? Yes, we can do more. Let's just do 10. Do 10 pull. Alright, what we got? Ooh. Well, looks like no new costumes, but a ton of tiaras. Okay. Couple of Kuras, couple of Ames, at least one Callie. You know, get everybody? Yeah, it's at least one of everybody. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll do it. Like I said earlier, bit of a short stream tonight. My arm is killing me. I hope it doesn't hurt this much in the morning, or worse. But I will stream. 31 straight days. I promise. I will do it. Even if we get a short one like this. So, yeah. If you were here hanging out listening to my ramblings, thank you and I'm sorry. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow. Probably go to Resident Evil. Maybe finish that out. I feel like there's one stream's worth. We'll see. And then I'll have to cycle in a new game, because I don't think I'm at the point where I can just do whole streams of Holocure or other roguelike games. We'll figure something out, though. Y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.